Hello everyone, welcome back. I got in a new Holosun 507 ACSS. This is my favorite pistol optic. Now you guys saw me shooting this gun a few days ago. That had the regular 507C. Okay, so that's just a 32 MOA circle with a dot. This one, let me show you guys what the reticle looks like. So if you look in there, right, this one has a big 250 MOA circle with a chevron in the center, right? And if you bring it close to the camera, you can see the whole thing. But as you hold it further away, you'll see that the outer circle kind of disappears. You're only going to see the outer circle if you're offline, right? So the purpose of that outer circle is to kind of guide you to the center where your chevron is. Right, so you're not supposed to see the outer circle unless you're offline like I am right now. Now you can see the edge of it, and that kind of helps you find that chevron really fast as you're moving around. Okay, so that's really important on a gun like this where the iron sights do not co-witness to the optic, because let's say like on a gun like this, this one only has the 32 MOA circle, but the iron sights co-witness to the optic. So if I come out, right, and if I don't see that the reticle, I can kind of use my iron sights as a point of reference. The way this optic, this is the 507K, is set up, I usually don't have to go to my iron sights because that big 32 MOA circle has like a reflection, right? So if I'm off on this, right, like you see how it's over there. Well, if I'm off, I can kind of see how you can see the burst in the corner. Like that little bit of a burst kind of, even though it's off, way off the glass, that kind of guides me in the right direction. Now, on the Holosun 507C, because that's the K, on the C, for some reason, it doesn't work the same way. So if I don't see that 32 MOA circle, I have to go to my iron sights, and on this one I didn't have iron sights, so there was a bit of fishing around. Now a lot of times people say, well, if you got perfect presentation, you're gonna find that dot every time. And yes, you will, right? If you come out of the holster, perfect presentation into your line of sight, you're gonna see that dot every time. But I don't always do perfect presentation, right? I do a lot of weird funky stuff when I'm shooting, because I like to move and shoot one-handed. And just have fun, all right? So let's do a little bit of that right now, okay? So we're going to do a little bit of moving and shooting. So especially when you're moving and shooting, that big circle helps you find that chevron. So if you're stationary, like right now I'm about 40 feet away, you can ping those targets all day. All right, so right now I'm shooting right there. Nice thing about the circle, you can go total gangster on this, right? Hold this thing sideways. We can even go gangster the opposite way, right? We can even do this shit like this, right? So, let me tell you, if there was ever any doubt in your mind that optics help you shoot better, I mean, you're seeing it right here, okay? You wanna get totally weird? How about this? Let's do it like that, all right? Where are you? There it is. Dang, I got it. Oh, gotta reset it. There you go, get the other one over there. There you go. Okay. The optic allows you to do weird shit like that. Move and shoot. I've been basically practicing with this. This is before today. Even with the prior one I had, which just had the 32 MOA circle. I mean, basically, I get 7 out of 10 hits at 65 yards on a 2-foot by 1-foot target with this. Oh, that's an empty one. Optics make all the difference on a pistol. It totally takes your shooting to another level. you'll start doing stuff that like you would never think to do with iron sights. Most of that shooting I was doing with my left hand. I'm mostly right-handed. So, you know, that's, like I said, you want to just keep pushing the envelope. See what you can do, man. See how far, you know, see how far you can take your skills. Like I said, I'm primarily a right-handed shooter. But I love shooting, you know, in my offhand, one-handed, while moving. Gangster style, baby. Go the upside down shit. So, you know, I hope that video convinced some of you guys that might be a little bit on the fence about getting optics for your pistols. Pretty much every pistol should be optic ready. I highly recommend do not buy a pistol from this point going forward unless it will take one of these Holosun 507 ACSSs. Don't buy it. To put things into perspective, about 15 years ago, you know, people were still buying AR-15s, right, that were not optic ready, right? They just had that fixed carry handle, no rail on it, okay? AR-15s that will not take an optic are either considered antiques or junk today, depending on your perspective, okay? So with pistols, 10, 15 years from now, it's going to be the same thing. Any pistols that will not take an optic are either going to be considered antiques or junk. So highly recommend do not buy a pistol. Don't waste your money on a pistol unless it is optic ready or it can be, you know, easily. I mean, you can always change the slide, right? Because that's what I'm doing on some of my my older factory Glocks. I'm just basically just swapping out the slides, keeping all the same, you know, internal slide parts, swapping out the slides so that they will take one of these 507 ACSSs, and also make sure it's the 507 ACSS, not the 32 MOA circle. Even though I like that 32 MOA circle, it makes a big difference. Like when you're shooting one-handed, moving around, you know, being able to, you know, quickly find the center of that circle when you're offline, right? Even when the gun's upside down and shit like this, you know. This what I was seeing. So you can see how. Where are you? I'm behind the camera, so now it's a little harder for me to find it. Where are you? Oh, there it goes. I was way down. Yeah, I'm like upside down behind the camera. But let's try that again. See, when you're way offline, there you go. See how quickly you can, even when the gun's upside down, sideways, that you'll see the edge like that, and that'll bring it to the center. That greatly increases your chance of getting on target and being able to hit a target. Like right now I got it on that cone over there. So I hope you guys found this video useful. All right, but yeah, optics on pistols is definitely the future. I mean, it will make you a better shooter. You will be, you know, you'll be able to do stuff that you couldn't do before. You'll do stuff that you didn't even think of trying before. Talk to y'all soon. Make sure that you guys subscribe. Also follow me on Odyssey, which is an uncensored channel. My channel name on Odyssey is Pocono Tactical. And also I'm on Rumble. I'm Pocono Guns, okay? So those are uncensored platforms. I'm also Absolute Guns on YouTube, Pocono Shooting, and Safa on YouTube. And I'm also over on Gun Streamer and HugeTube. Over there I'm Pocono Tactical. I'll talk to y'all soon.